Math 3, Unit 9, Formative 3, Module 4, Topic 1, Part 2. Number 1, convert each angle and degree measure to radian measure. So anytime you're going from degrees into radians, you want to multiply by pi radians over 180 degrees. The rule of thumb is that whatever unit of measurement you want your answer to be in, that's the unit that needs to be in the top of the fraction that you're multiplying by, because you're always multiplying by pi over 180 or 180 over pi. Once you've figured that out, you can put the 160 over 1, and then you just multiply across the top, and then multiply across the bottom, and then you can reduce the fraction. So the calculator can reduce the fraction for you, the 160 divided by 180. In the TI-84s that we use at school, you just do 160 divided by 180 math, and then the first option is frac, so you hit enter, and then you hit enter again, and then it reduces the fraction for you. If you've downloaded the Calculate 84 app that I told you to download before spring break, that should work as well. It should have the same buttons on there. And then when I'm typing in the 160 divided by 180, I do not put the pi symbol in there. So 160 divided by 180 reduces down to 8 over 9, and then I need to remember to have the pi symbol up top. And then since I'm converting into radians, I'm going to go ahead and write down the units radians to remind myself that the answer is in radians. For part B, since I'm starting with degrees and going into radians, I want to multiply by pi over 180 degrees. I'm going to multiply across the top, so 750 times pi is 750 pi. I'm going to multiply across the bottom. 1 times 180 is 180. And then I'm going to do 750 divided by 180, and then reduce that down to 25 over 6. And then don't forget there's a pi up top that I need to put back in there. And then put my units of radians. And then on that last one, same thing. I'm going from degrees into radians. So I want to multiply by pi over 180. Multiply across the top. Multiply across the bottom. 50 divided by 180 reduces down to 5/18. There's a pi up top, so make sure you put the pi back up top. And then I'm going to put my units of radians in there. On number 2, we're converting each angle in radian measure to degree measure. So this should be the reverse. Since I'm starting in radians and I want to end in degrees, I want the 180 degrees to be in the top of the fraction, and then the pi should be in the bottom. If you want to cross cancel at the beginning, you can, or you can reduce at the end. Either way works just fine. I'm going to go ahead and just multiply across the top and bottom and reduce at the end. So pi times 180 degrees is 180 pi. 3 times pi in the denominator is 3 pi. And then the pi's cancel out. And then 180 divided by 3 is 60. And then we went into degrees, so I should put a degree symbol on my answer. Part B, I'm still going from radians into degrees. So I want to multiply by 180 degrees over pi. In the numerators, 7 times 180 is 1,260. And then bring the pi with me. In the denominator, I have 12 pi. The pi's cancel out, and then 1,260 divided by 12 is 105 degrees. On that last one, multiply by 180 degrees over pi. 8 times 180 is 1,440, and then bring the pi with you. In the denominator, 9 times pi is 9 pi. The pi's cancel out, and then 1,440 divided by 9 is 160 degrees. And that's it.